Hello guys, Julia here, and today I have a super duper fun video for you featuring rainbow fishes. Yes, I am on my rainbow kick again, and I had to use these super funny fishes from Addt'l. It's a stamp set that is called That Bites. And it features these three fishes, and they make me laugh I just need to look at them and I start to giggle. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. So I'm stamping them on some Simon Says Stamp ultra heavy cardstock here using my favorite things, licorice hybrid ink. The hybrid ink, not the dye ink, because the hybrid ink is perfect for Copic coloring, watercoloring, and pencil coloring. I messed up two of the fishes here, but that's not a problem. I just kept stamping, and then you can always stamp on the back side of the paper where the misstamped fishes are, so you don't waste any of the paper. Now, I'm going to die cut them later, but for now I'm just going to do some Copic coloring. I'm going to walk you through the coloration of the first fish and then play some music for the other fishes. It's basically quite easy. I am coloring from dark to light, and all the colors will be listed either in the video description below or on my blog in the image description. And you can see here that at first the colors do not blend quite well. So what I'm doing is I'm going over the border where those two colors meet in circular motions, and I'm working this for as long as it takes until it blends. If you have trouble blending colors, work the border where these colors meet. And I guarantee you that unless it's like, like yellow and dark green, you will be able to blend the colors. And you can see here that the lightest color pushes back the darker color, but we can fix that later on if we go over this a second time. And I'm grabbing my darkest pink here again. And I'm being very careful. You can see that my coloration is actually quite slow because, I'm taking my time. I don't want to color over anything that, I need to clean up again later on. So always remember, nobody's timing you. This is not a competition. This is something you should enjoy. So take however much time you need to feel comfortable. Don't compare yourself to other colorists who may seem, faster and more professional than you are. Just do whatever feels best to you. You can also see that I leave a tiny little border white here, and I'm doing this to increase the illusion that the fish is round, because, it looks kind of round, so I want to color it round. Can you color something round? Anyhow, that's what I'm trying to do. And so I'm adding my second layer of color here and working again those borders to make sure that it blends. Blending in each direction. And then I'm moving on to the back part or the second part of the fish. And for the other fishes, I'm going to do this in one go. But for the first fish here, I wasn't entirely sure how I wanted to do it, so I colored this in two parts. And this highlight border that I left, I colored over it with my very lightest pink, so it's not completely white. I'm also going to color in the fins, even though in the end you're not going to see them, but at this point I wasn't entirely sure how much of the fish you would see. And I'm going to be using the same coloration process on all the fishes. So I'm going to have this sped up a little bit, and I'm going to play some music for you, and then I'll catch you again on the flip side when we will put this card together. But actually, before I had colored the blue fish, I had die cut the fishes from this side of the paper, and then I colored on the back side of the paper, but I didn't want to interrupt the coloration process for you guys, so that's why it's a little bit out of order. It's amazing if you have like the matching dies. It's so easy to die cut these fishes without worrying about all the little details, so that was very convenient. And then I was arranging them on my card base just to see how they would look best. In the end I messed up and I actually glued down the orange one first, but you know what, stuff happens. So anyhow, I wanted to have this rainbow of fishes, and they just look so hilarious. Their eyes are just like, rah, something amazing's about to happen. So what I did is I put some double-sided adhesive on my card front here. I put down some pattern paper there at the bottom, and then I'm covering this with some glitter by Elizabeth Craft Designs. And don't worry, you don't need a lot of glitter. I'll funnel all the excess back into the jar. And then I'm using my finger to rub it. Once you rub it, it sets. So it doesn't move anymore. It doesn't come off. Once you wipe it off, it's going to be completely clean. I put a white panel on top of my card base, arranged the fishes, and just use my pencil to trace around the sentiment and the fishes, because I'm going to use a tiny die from the matching die set to die cut bubbles into my panel. So here's what I did. In the end, I actually adhered the panel the wrong way around, but I was lucky. It kind of still worked, but I was just so mad at myself because I just didn't pay attention. So here's what I did. I adhered the panel. You can see the blue glitter through the bubbles that I die cut. And now I adhered the orange fish first instead of the pink one, but I kind of, it doesn't matter that much. It's not that much of a difference if you put the pink in front of the orange one or behind the teal one, so it was okay. And I'm using a little bit of foam adhesive behind the tail of the fish and glue behind the face of the fish to adhere them in one row. I'm using my white gel pen to fix some little mistakes I colored into the teeth here with my pink. And here with the orange, and I'm just using some white gel pen to fix that. And of course I had to add matching sequins by Pretty Pink Posh, sequins matching the colors of the fishes, and I'm going to adhere them using my glossy accents and some tweezers. I'm not going to show you the process because it always takes me quite some time, but here are the colors that I use, and of course all the products are going to be listed in the video description below. Here is a close-up of the fishes. I added some glossy accents to their eyes as well as some white dots around their body just for some additional interest, because I love my dots. I just can't help myself. And here you can see all the wonderful sequins that I added, and even some droplets in the matching colors to the fishes. So just so much fun. I hope you enjoyed this card and you got inspired. Here are some other videos for you to check out if you liked this coloration video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye bye.